Welcome everybody to a look at a new Warner Brothers Archive Collection release, and it is 1993's Fearless. So this is directed by Peter Weir, who also did the really rather fantastic Witness, which we've already looked at earlier this year, but he'd also go on to do the likes of The Truman Show and Master and Commander Far Side of the World. All three excellent films. So yeah, this is a drama clocking at 122 minutes long. It had a budget of $20 million, but unfortunately had a box office return of $7 million, but don't let that put you off. And yeah, this stars Jeff Bridges, who I've seen in at least 19 other films. Favourites being the likes of The Big Lebowski, the 2010 version of True Grit, The Fisher King, and Hell or High Water. Also stars Isabella Rossellini, who was also in Conclave, which came out last year. That was a really rather great film. Also was in Tough Guys Don't Dance and Wild at Heart. And finally, Rosie Perez, who was in Do the Right Thing and Birds of Prey. So after a terrible air disaster, survivor Max Klein emerges a changed person. Unable to connect with his former life or to wife Laura, he feels godlike and invulnerable. When psychologist Bill Pearlman is unable to help Max, he has Max meet another survivor, Carla Rodrigo, who is racked with grief and guilt since her baby died in the crash, which she and Max survived. So this is just as powerful as it was upon my first viewing. I think this is actually only the second time that I've seen this, but yeah, just as powerful upon as it was upon my first viewing. While the standout performances from Jeff Bridges and Rosie Perez are just as effective as ever, and really do give the film some grounding aspects to it. The rest of the cast is good. The plane crash and the crash site are well executed. The production for both of which are also highly convincing. It is well paced. The score is excellent. It is engrossing throughout. Has plenty of thematic weight to the plot, and the character interactions are also well executed. So, yeah, overall a 4.5 out of 5. I think it's probably one of 4 films that I've given from Peter Weir that I've gotten that rating or more. And yeah, it's an absolute standout from him. The fact that he pretty much started the 90s with an excellent film like this, and then ended the 90s with The Truman Show, and then started out the 2000s with Master and Commander, and middle of the decade with in the 80s with Witness. Yeah, it just shows that he was really rather versatile regardless of what year he was making a film for. So yeah, really excellent film. 4.5 out of 5, like I said. Unfortunately, like with a lot of Warner Brothers Archive Collection releases, there isn't really any extras on this. There are subtitles, and there is a trailer, but that's it. There's no other elements to this whatsoever. But the 1080p high definition presentation does look good and sound good. No issues at all in that regard. Could it be? Is it a film that is worthy of like a 4K release or a proper restoration and stuff like that? I personally think it is, but this is still perfectly watchable, and yeah, isn't bad to watch at all, and neither is the sound quality either, especially when it comes to the score and the plane crash scene, which, like I said, well produced and really rather well executed in both aspects. So yeah, it is a film that I highly recommend if you haven't seen it already, especially if you are a fan of the director or any of the cast members before. I remember seeing this right around the same time that I saw The Fisher King, which came out a couple of years prior to this. Like I said, also saw Jeff Bridges, and yeah, I was just blown away by his performances in both. So yeah, and I love both pretty much equally. So yeah, but if you have seen this film before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.